Get ready for it tonight, like I promised. Meatless meatballs. Everybody's like, how are you going to do meatless meatballs? Well, it's my secret, but now it's going to be your secret too. It's everybody's secret. No. I use this product that looks like this. For me, that's awesome that they're already pre-made in there. That's what they look like, rolled up nice and neat. So we just have minimal work to do with seasoning, because you want to season it. Like I said, there is some light seasoning in this already. For me, I always need more seasoning. I love seasoning, definitely. And remember when I said with that meatless meatloaf, save that sauce, because you're going to want to put the balls in the sauce. So we're going to get ready to get this started. I suggest you get out a pan, look something similar like this. I've heard chefs call it like a roux. We're going to get our roux started. I don't know what the hell it is. I just know that I do it to season these meatballs, and it makes it awesome. All right, we're getting this roux started for the meatless meatballs, almost like the meatless meatloaf, but not really, because we had to do all the packing to make that work for us. So let's get our pan out that kind of looks like this. And of course, I heard somebody say with any roux, you're gonna need some butter. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this butter that I have out there and slap that right in there. Dang, it's already starting to sizzle. I have it on a medium heat for this because I think you just want to coat these in the seasoning, because then you're going to immerse them in that sauce that you already made for the meatless meatloaf. That's why I said you got to make extra sauce when you're making that for the meatless meatloaf, definitely. Once again, since it is a meatless dish, like I said, I like to do like a seasoning like this. It's a steak seasoning. It specifically says in the store it's a steak seasoning, so dump that right on in there. At this point in the game, I prefer a rubber spatula. For me, this works best. So we'll get this rocking. I know it doesn't look like much now, does it? And then I definitely use like a seasoning salt once again in here, just to kind of liven things up just a little bit. So we'll go ahead and put our seasoning salt in. And I'm sure there's somebody that's salt sensitive. I'm sorry, but I love seasoning salt. And then once again, you're gonna wanna use an Italian seasoning. I just use this all-purpose Italian seasoning just because it just adds more flavor. People wanna complain about flavors. People are flavor sensitive. So I just use a BB Italian seasoning, a basic bitch Italian seasoning. And then there are like those real chefs that are like, oh no, you probably have to chop up every single spice and let it air up. No, that's not happening here. We don't have time for that. So right about now, let's stir this around in there, and it smells already really good. And we don't really have anything in here but butter and a few spices and a few more to add. Let's go ahead and we'll throw some olive oil in there too. You don't have to throw a lot of olive oil in there, but definitely a little bit of olive oil in there. Just a little teeny tiny bit. And we're gonna go ahead and give that a stir. And it's starting to get like an opaque color. That looks good, bro. Ooh, it smells good. Ooh. A lot of people are like, do we eat these for dinner? How are we gonna eat this? My wife always has 1,000 questions with meals. For this, it's whatever you want it to be. It's fall, it's football season, people do tailgating. There's always that couple that's like, my wife and I, that are like, oh my God, we're pescatarians, we only eat fish. Well then, you have something for them, and it doesn't take a lot of time to make. And actually gonna make an additional sauce tonight, so you're not just stuck with the meatless meatloaf sauce. And you can make this really work because it turns it into like a Swedish meatball. But it's my take on a Swedish meatball. Like, you don't see a lot of vegetables. My family doesn't do a lot of vegetables. I know people are like, oh no, no vegetables. I'm like, we take vitamins. This is who we are. All right, that's looking really good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our meatless meatballs. Now, they do come frozen, which is okay. Don't panic, it's not real meat, so keep them frozen. But right before you cook, I recommend that you microwave them or you let them sit out for about 15 to 20 minutes just to let them soften up. So when you have them in this roux, they're really gonna take on the seasoning. Look at them already in there just doing their thing as I'm pushing the pan off the burner, but they're already starting to brown up, which I think is awesome. So once again, this is an easy dish. And that will probably be my Amazon. All right, now that they're starting to look like this. That almost looks like real meat. And I know some other people are thinking it looks like something else or it looks like that, but to me, it looks like real meat. One of my friends one time, I was in a panic and I needed some like recipes with meat in them, and I thought I could do meatballs, and she was like, oh no, that'll take too long. And she's a goddess in the kitchen and she knows how to work it, but Kim D, these ones don't take that long because they're not real meat. All right. Once they're like that, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to put the sauce in there. Now, if you did save extra sauce, it would probably look like a gelatinous mess. You can either reheat it on the stove or in the microwave, but cover it and kind of watch the condition. But we're gonna go ahead and pour that sauce with these meatless meatballs, Glenn's brown sugar baby sauce in there. Ready? Oh, what is happening here? Real goodness, real goodness. That's what's happening here. Look at that, look at that. I've been standing by that product for a long time. I think it's amazing. If you really want to know what it is, hit me up. I'll let you know if you haven't seen this packaging in the store. We've been eating plant-based for like 10, 15 years, even before all the plant-based stuff started. And my friends are like, you can give up meat? I'm like, yeah, I can give up meat. Now we're gonna keep these on a low simmer and just let them chill out. Couple hours, if you have time for it. Sometimes I baked those before in the oven and kept it covered with aluminum foil. And then you can pull it out for tailgating. Then you can pull it out for that party that's coming up this fall or this holiday season. I know it sounds crazy because it's hot as hell in Havasu, but it's like Christmas is right around the corner before you know it. So definitely, this is gonna be a family pleaser. People are gonna say, oh, I want your recipe. But the best thing is, the longer they sit, they kind of coat up. And once again, these are even better the next day because all those flavors have soaked up in there. But we're gonna get ready to do like a Swedish sauce. So you're gonna have to bear with me. This is like my second time doing this sauce because I was like, you can't just have balls with one sauce, can you? Nah, can't do that. So once again, I hope you have a saucepan. If not, we can work it out for you. I'm definitely gonna put this on a medium, definitely. I have not done this before. So I'm gonna grab my sour cream and my Parmesan cheese real quick out the fridge. Oop, can't wait to see that. All right. We're gonna get that pan hot. But of course, we're gonna get a little butter in there. And that's just a little butter. And once again, I'm gonna use that Italian seasoning. We'll make like the roux or the little sauce. I also use like an all-purpose seasoning in this because I found out when I tasted it, I'm like, okay, I know the Swedes probably did it a certain way, but I have to have like an all-purpose seasoning in here. A little bit of black pepper, always, always, always. I pre-grounded it already, so I can just shake it on there, make myself look real good. That's what it looks like in the pan. Almost like an art picture. I never made great art pictures. I remember the one where people were just smiling like, oh, that's so nice. And you know they're lying to you. They're totally lying to you. I also, to make this sauce what it's gonna be, I have to put a little fire in there, just a little bit, because it's kind of a plainer sauce. So we had to add Glenn's touches to it to make it go with our meatless meatballs. Just a couple dashes. And then I already have a pre-made oil that I use. Some people reuse their oil. I reuse my oil, especially when I know it has some great seasoning in there already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in there. There's a little bit of olive oil, vegetable oil in there. There's some butter in there. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in the pan. Ooh. I'm excited about that. We're gonna go ahead and give this a nice stir around up in there. Go ahead and mix it together. Get everything mixed together. And it's gonna start to look like the sauce that we need it to look like. Because what you're gonna want is like a white sauce. I was like, I'll be careful how I say that. I live in Lake Havasu. It's awesome here. If you've never been to Lake Havasu, you should come to Lake Havasu. It's amazing. Who cares if it's hot? We already live in hell. I'm kidding. That's what they say about here, though, because it is very, very hot in Lake Havasu City. I don't think it's that hot, but I guess it is. All right. So now, this was weird for me when I first started cooking. I'm going to put in a little bit of sour cream. I don't really measure. I just needed a cup to put the sour cream in, so I didn't have a sour cream dish out here. We got that sour cream in there. I used to be like, oh my God, can you cook with dairy? People cook with dairy? I cook with dairy. If you have a dairy allergy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at that. It looks like nothing special right now. Nothing at all. But one thing we are going to add in there is a little bit of vodka. We drink a certain kind of vodka at our house. I add about a shot. This I do measure out. Because I do a shot for me and a shot for the dish. I think what that shot of vodka does do is help it from like curdling up so you don't have like a sour product. Because once we add that, it starts to really look like a real sauce here. So we're gonna go ahead and cook this down for a minute. It does smell good. I'm not gonna lie about that. It smells really good. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a peek at our other meatless meatballs. Look at that, caramelizing in that sauce. Oh my goodness. Now, if you know me and you live in Lake Havasu, and if you don't, hit me up and you can come on through and taste some of my cooking. I would let you do that. You're welcome to be a guest in my home if you're not a psycho. That sauce is looking good. We're gonna go ahead and add that crazy name sauce, that Worcestershire sauce, or however they say it. Just a little bit in there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down. And let's go ahead and add, this is how much Parmesan cheese I'm putting in. I don't know the measurement, but these things are called ramekins. There's nice ramekins, there's crappy ramekins. This is probably from a restaurant that accidentally fell in my apron on the way home. So let's pour that Parmesan cheese in there. I'm kind of getting that side in. I'm hungry. A lot of people literally say hangry nowadays. Hangry, hungry. I'm usually mad, but I'm always hungry. Oh, the sauce is looking good. And I only did a few because I got to keep this in the real budget or my wife will beat her brother. She is the budget master. I'm the budget buster. Along with my daughter, we're the budget busters. And we'll go ahead and stir those in there. We're gonna get those all coated up. Just like the other ones. And this has been awesome. It's like you have these meatless recipes you can do with these plant-based products in your grocery store. I will tell you, this product right here is usually in our price range. We are not made of money. The other one that's like an impossible one, it's impossible for us to afford at this household because that price was possibly pricing for the little bit amount that you get. This product, they sell it at Walmart, they sell it at most grocery stores. For me, it's in the $5 to $6 range, sometimes on sale cheaper than that. They make a hot dog, they make corn dogs. So I'm gonna show you some great recipes coming up here in the next few weeks with these meatless plant-based products. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be like, dang, I didn't know I could do that with the plant-based product. I didn't either. We just started eating them and I thought, oh boy, we got some work to do for my taste buds. But that's okay. They are still wonderful products. We're gonna do a chickenless chicken Caesar salad. And I know we don't eat a lot of greens, but when I do Caesar salad, I do Caesar salad really good. And a chickenless chicken Caesar salad. Can you say that 5 times fast? Chickenless chicken Caesar salad. I can't say that many times fast. All right, stirring those in. They're gonna get all coated up. I'm excited. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those people that just until the last few years used to just salt my dish before I tried it. I would definitely try these before you salt them. Taste as you go along. Find your own ingredients. It's your meatless meatballs. You're gonna love them. You're gonna be like, these are the best. For ideas to do with these, sandwiches, pasta, I know, I sound crazy, but it works. It definitely works. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me. We're going to plate these up in just a minute here, but I want to say, please share this. Please share my post. Please like my post. Just figuring out the YouTube thing. We'll send you a link on that. Awesome. Are you ready? This is your end result. Look at that. I'm not the best at plating, but I'm gonna tell you, having them in the parchment paper, if you have a little party, 1, 2 individually on a tray, easy to go, on a warmer. Even just for your family, because it does make it fun for some reason, eating with a toothpick. But like I said, I'm a big fan on the parchment paper, especially with today's society. It's like, ooh, keep your hands off my balls. Thank you. Remember to like this. Please share my post. Please share. You know what they say, sharing is caring. This is Glenn in Lake Havasu. This is brand new to me, brand new to us. I'll see you next time with a chickenless Caesar salad. One for the biggest guy in the room that's like, I need real chicken. Won't be able to tell the difference. Till next time.